Hey! Yeah, this wasn't where we were last time, I know that. But I remember to go and find a Bellsprout. Should probably actually put it to sleep first. And so I was looking for it. Ghastly grew 2 levels. Yeah, 2 levels. And then Quilava got like 15 experience from a Pidgey that I couldn't hit with a lick. And it grew to like 16, so. Oh, and also, since that appeared on screen, I can actually talk about it. In this game, sleep has been, not overhauled, but changed slightly to where you wake up and you get the attack you input, so to say. So if it picked Vine Whip and it wakes up, it will use Vine Whip. So that's just something to keep note of. It's not like you could spam sleep moves and keep the same thing asleep. I really need to move this. It can be... Yep. I'm not even gonna try. It's really loud. Alright, that's perfect. And it's still fast asleep. So, I was just looking for a Bellsprout. It took a minute. Maybe 2. And it's for HM purposes, not for our team. Just saying. I don't have a grass type planned for our team. So, this will fill a role. And it's really just for Flash. Cut is kind of... I don't want to name it. We are on this side because I have some stuff to... Actually, we'll just keep Ghastly. And if we'll switch out if we run into anything. Like a Pidgey. So, if I haven't pointed out, berries do respawn every day. So, pick it up when you can. And last time we fought this guy, I forgot to pick up his phone number. Yeah, see, I forgot. This guy will give you a bunch of berries. I'm pretty sure he just gives you bitter berries or just regular berries. He doesn't give you that many like interesting or different ones. I think in Heart Gold and Soul Silver he can give you rarer stuff, but here not much. So we're going to heal real quick, and then we're going to head to the ruins that we were in last time. Even though we could be doing the gym, my philosophy is do everything else and then the gym, even though the gym's not going to be hard. And I'll point out its biggest flaw and reason why it's not going to be hard in a little bit. It's a fruit bearing. That I love these abbreviations. These are great. We're actually gonna leave Ghastly because we are gonna run into a new Pokemon soon. Ruins of Alph. This place is... What's the word? So if you remember what I said earlier, this is the official entrance down. If you go into it, it'll be like a tour. Not a tour, but it's an empty place. There's some people in it, and you could talk to them. There's no one interesting. These guys will talk about the mysterious unknown, and this isn't a little exhibit. And if we go in here, this lady's like, "Welcome to this chamber. There are sliding panels that no one has figured out ever." And since we're 10 years old, we can obviously figure this out. It even gives you a hint. A Pokemon that hit on the seafloor. This one should be Kabuto, which, give me a second. You always do the corners. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, these are actually able to be flipped. Ooh. That one? I don't know, I'm not very good at these actually. That does not go there. But these are pretty easy. In Heart Gold Soul Silver, it's a little more difficult. But they're still not that hard. Right there. And then we should have this. You go to this one? No, that one. I think this should be right. I mean, it's not hard. Like, the later ones, like, there's a Ho one and an Aerodactyl, I think it is. And they're actually kind of difficult. Well, they can be. So once we do that, we have released the Unknown, which, yeah, there's a strange presence right here, which allows a wild Pokemon to appear. Unknown has, nowadays, many different forms. This is the E one, which is actually my favorite. Just because I say it's my favorite doesn't mean you should use it, though. Unknown has the capabilities of learning one move. Hidden Power. Which Hidden Power, I have not explained at all, can be any type besides normal, depending on certain traits within the Pokemon. Hidden Power is anywhere... I don't even remember what the power possibilities are. It's like 30 to 90 in this generation, I think it is. Or 20 to 90. Gen 2 was different from Gen 3. And then Gen 4 and... No, I think it's 5. I don't know, they all have different rules, and just know that this could be a super effective hit, or it could be a non-very effective hit, or it could be neutral. Or you could be immune to it. It really depends. Watch, this is going to be super effective just to... Nope, not very effective. But every single chamber you unlock, in quote, will enable you to find more Unknown. And if you collect all the Unknown, you can print it out on the Game Boy printer. That's the reward. I'm not going to get more in depth in it because personally, I think this is probably one of the worst rewards in game history. And I've played plenty of Sonic games, so it's very terrible. And this guy appears and says, "While exploring, we suddenly noticed an odd presence." We all got scared. So I think Ghastly could take a super effective hit. So, but if you remember, I saved the escape rope. We have to walk this way. We talked to this guy. That tremor was pretty scary, but I'm more concerned about this wall here. And they're acting like this just appeared, but I'm pretty sure these have been here for a while. I mean, look. And it says escape, so we're like, alright, escape. Well, good thing we have an escape rope. Maybe that has something to do with it. So you just use it. And in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it'll just open and won't use the escape rope. But this time, in Crystal Land, we peer outside and we open the back tomb, so to say. What do we have in here? We have a berry. Not very useful in regards to anything, really. A heal powder. Now, this heals at the cost of Pokemon Friendship, which is something that hasn't been gone over, but in this game, they introduced Friendship, which... what it does is every time you take a step or you win a battle or you level up, the friendship increases. This will later increase the power of a move called Return. And Return goes up to 102 power. It's a normal type attack and it increases for friendship. I mean, there's nothing else to say. But there's another move on the flip side called Frustration, which, depending on how much your Pokemon hates you, it can go even higher. It's really just... It's very easy to get. So... We got out of there with no battles. By the way, to remind you, Quilava leveled up during the search for Bellsprout, just in case you forgot that. There's ways to increase friendship pretty easily. Walking around is... the easiest, of course. You just walk around and every 256 steps, it will increase the friendship by how many levels? I can't remember. Level ups increase it. And there's a hold item called the Soothe Bell, which increases your friendship even more. It's a multiplier. Some Pokemon, like Golbat, evolve now with friendship. And friendship. We should be friends with Pokemon. This looks like there would be a hidden item. But here's our first gym. I'm no trainer, but I can give you some advice. Believe me, if you believe, a championship dream can come true. You believed and listened. The grass type is weak against the flying type. Keep this in mind. That would be very important if we cared. So this is a flying type gym, which is way better than a rock type gym, and yeah. So what this means is Chikorita kind of gets screwed, which is kind of understandable. But you will run into a Spearow, 2 Pidgeys. No, you run into more Pidgeys. But you will run into a Spearow, Pidgey, and Pidgeotto. That's all you'll run into. There's no other random flyers here. It's pretty easy. I'm actually glad that I was able to one-shot that. That kind of tells me that I can maybe one-shot the not one-shot, but two-shot the Pidgeotto. I'm not sure. And you do run into Pidgeotto, and you're probably going, whoa, 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 evolved Pokemon too early. Because some people do not stick with one team member like I am now, which Quilava is high enough level to handle it. Pidgeotto in here is level 9, which is absolutely pathetic, which makes it not that hard to take out. Okay, level 7 Pidgey was able to take it. If worst comes to worst, we have Ghastly that can use Hypnosis if it comes down to it. But I don't think we'll need it. And I also want to point out that this gym for Generation 2 gives Mud Slap as its TM. That means both birds have Mud Slap in its moveset, which lowers accuracy, so you need to watch out for that. They're pretty weak move. It's a pretty weak move anyway. It's a ground type move, which means I take super effective hits, but even then, it's only 20 power off no stab. Even with stab, it's not that scary. So we start the gym battle. We have a Pidgey here, which you saw what I did to the last two. It wasn't hard. And that should go down. Alright, so I'm thinking it should be a 2-hit KO. In my head, that's what I'm thinking. It could totally come back to kill me, but I have a Bellsprout to switch into. So let's see. We should be, oh, yeah, 2-hit KO. Easy. Use Gust, so no chance of missing here. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Now, if you do have trouble with this, you could go get the Onix I pointed out, or even a Geodude in Dark Cave. That was always a acceptable thing to do. Leader Faulkner. Darn, my dad's cherished bird Pokemon. Dude, your dad sucks, and you suck. A level 9 Pidgeotto. Besides the fact you cheated, level 9. Level 9. The wild Pokemon I meet around here are level 4 and 5. How is it that you're so bad at this game? Reduces accuracy. Yeah, it's somewhat useful, but even right now it kind of falls behind in power, which is not saying much. Like, we use Tackle and all that. So we got Flash earlier, which I forgot to teach it. That's why I'm doing it now. So, and we've unlocked the ability to, guess what? Use Flash. Yay! So we're going to go, never mind, we're going to go pick up something in the next part, because he's going to talk about the egg that we gave him earlier, and he wants us to study it, which is cool and all. He's in the Pokemon Center, so we are actually going to stop right outside, and next time we will get this egg, see what mystical properties are involved, and we'll go to Dark Cave and explore what we can. Till then.